get this started. Hope we can get this show on the road. So yeah, let's do it. Let's turn down the volume just a little bit on this thing here. It's a little loud. That's why I'm testing out the audio on the desktop part. But listening to the music on the way, but this is probably not the best example. It's a very calm song. But, we'll see. I think it's going away. Alright. Let's go ahead and begin. Shit. Sorry, let me put away my phone for a second. Alright. Okay. So this is gonna be very much out of the ordinary for me, as I am not the type of person who would play such titles, but I actually got interested in this one. I mean, there are some visual novel games I've been getting into a lot more. I mean, well, there's actually 3 of them. There was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which I probably could have gotten into like earlier this year, or not earlier this year, earlier like last decade. I meant, sorry. I could have gotten into that, but yeah, it's a long story. I finally got into the Ace Attorney series last year, which is good. I've beaten I've beaten the first 3 games, plus Apollo Justice, and then the first Miles Edgeworth game. And then there was this Rosario and Vampire game for the DS that I played last year, which actually made me watch Rosario and Vampire. That, and then also seeing it on Crunchyroll when I visited my cousins. And then now we got Doki Doki Literature Club, which I actually kind of knew about, like, I want to say it was back in like 2021 or 22. Some people I talked to on Twitter were a fan of Doki Doki Literature Club. So yeah, I didn't really do much. I saw like some memes and shit. Like there was this Drake meme, the one he's like, no, then he's like pointing and it's like, yeah. But instead of Drake, it was Sayori, one of the characters in this game. So yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Doki Doki Literature Club. Heart-pounding Literature Club. Oh, see right here, this is the warning right here. I have it up in the corner too, so yeah. If any, like, Christian soccer moms get mad at this game and be like, think of the children! Well, we already have a warning right when the game starts. There's even an ESRB rating for this game. It's rated M, so yeah. Fuck you if you think that you can get away with talking shit about this game. I actually like this game a lot, so anyway. We got the options: new game, load game, settings, DLC, or exit DLC. That is DLC. I mean, it has DLC in it. There's an extra D to make it Doki Doki Literature Club, not downloadable content. All right. I chanted too much in the beginning, so I might as well just go ahead and get started with this game right now. But before I do that, I want to make sure I'm looking at something right first. Okay, now let's go ahead and begin playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, my heart is going Doki Doki right now. All right, here we go. That's your name, Delia. All right, there we go. Okay, and before we do anything at all, I am going to make a save state right here. For reasons I will explain later. When we get towards the end of this act, it will be on the second last day when we have to reload the save and then do it all over again. Although I'm just going to skip through it and just to save some time. Because it'll mostly be the same thing. It's just I'm going to pick different options for this poem that I'm going to write. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. This girl is Sayori. We've been friends since we were kids. That's awesome. Hey, Sayori. Overslept? Yeah, I have that problem too. Let's get to school. You know, I really wish that my high school had interesting clubs. There was an anime club. And as soon as I started high school, they got rid of it. Like, God, that's so shitty. Thankfully, there was one in college. But they, like, that one just collapsed, like, while in the middle of my first year. Thankfully, there was a video game club a little shortly after, and then I joined that one. That one stayed. There were a few other clubs I was in, but yeah. I think the video game clubs really stands out to me the most, just because it was like... I mean, that's one of my interests, so, yeah. One of my biggest interests. Anime club. Yeah, I just talked about the anime club. There was one in college, and then it just... I really wish the one in high school didn't go away, like, but it did as soon as I joined it. That's so shitty. Anyway. Can we join the light music club? Like K-On! That'd be cool if there was a light music club. The anime club. I want to go to the anime club. If there was a light music club, I'd rather go there. K-On! Boo. Sorry, I have to make a K-On! Reference because that's like my favorite anime. So yeah. One of my favorites. There's also Dragon Ball, Naruto, Death Note. I also like Rosario and Vampire, even though people will not agree with me on that one. At least not the anime part. It's probably the manga that people are gonna be like, yeah, you should read the manga. I like them both. I know the manga is a lot more interesting, but I still got a thing for the anime. And it's mostly because I watched the anime first. And I have nostalgic memories of watching it with somebody back in the day. So yeah, anyway. That's, I want to check something real quick on my phone before I continue. Okay, good. Monica was the most popular girl in the class. Yeah, that was totally not me. I was possibly the Tomoko Kuroki of high school back in the day. Tomoko from Matamote, yeah. Okay, not entirely, but, you know, it was mostly like that. And plus, you know, I even looked like Tomoko, honestly, because of my emo hair, that's all. So, get the cupcakes. All I can think about is that one song from My Little Pony. All you have to do is take a cup of flour, add it to the mix. Now just take a little something sweet, not sour, a bit of salt, just a pinch. Baking these sweets, something. Add a teaspoon of vanilla. Add a little more and you count to 4. Then you get your fill of cupcakes. Something cupcakes. Something cupcakes. Cupcakes. I don't know why I'm referencing that nowadays. That's like one of the shows. My Little Pony is like one of the shows I watched back in the day, like religiously, and then like nowadays I just like, I don't know. I often forget it exists. From time to time, I'll remember it. I was thinking maybe of finishing up My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I'd like to, but not sure. Just have to wait and see. I stopped at the end of season 5 and I just like dropped out. I might continue it though. I think I'll just breeze through. I think there's like 9 seasons. I also revisited that one Mega Pony game. It was like a Mega Man My Little Pony style game. That one's actually still pretty good. But you want to join the literature club? You know, I mentioned K-On! But in the beginning. Didn't Mio want to join the literature club? It already filled the application, but then Ritsu was like, RIP! Yeah. That was so mean. And yet so funny. But I think that was probably the best decision to rip that paper and make her join the Light Music Club instead. K-On! Boo, if you will. I don't really want to have an answer for everything. So if someone were to ask me, why'd you join this club or that club? Yeah, I just wouldn't even like really know what to say to that. Kind of thinks you have to read manga. Yup! Exactly right there! It said manga. I actually have some manga right here, so... I got some like Japanese manga like written in Japanese. I have some of Yu Yu Hakusho, and I got some of got One Piece over there, and I also have Dragon Ball and Full Moon Osakashite. I'm just looking at my shelf full of manga. The ones that has Japanese. There's like a few more, but yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, the Sonic ones, I forgot. They made some Sonic manga recently. That's actually pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah, Yuri's likes the more complex words. We'll get into that once we get to the story writing thing. Yeah, Natsuki hates horror. Horror can be kind of interesting, though. But sometimes it could just get to the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't look at this. If it, like, interferes with my sleep or something, yeah. Although, if it's reading, not so much. If it's, like, watching a video, yeah, that for sure. Watching a video, or maybe even playing a game. Like one of those creepypasta games. You're not cute. You are cute. And that should be a good thing. Anyway. Let's read everyone's poems. Go home and write a poem of our own. Is that right, Delia? Yeah, Sayori convinced me to join the club. But we'll all do it. It'll be fun. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up. Yeah, so happy. Scary for a moment. If they just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. It's official. Welcome to the Leisure Club. Alright, here we go! We're about to almost start writing our poem. So, when we get there... So, yay. When we get to the poetry writing, then that's really good. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. Alright, so we're about to do it. Any second now. Okay, there we go. All right. Time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes the poem the most. All right, so that's why I made a save state right at the very beginning of the game. I think you can do it like right before starting this poem writing thing, but like I did it because I wanted to get the like true ending, and that requires me to play through the first act 3 times. Up to a certain point, of course, in the first act. And for these 3 playthroughs, I have to write a poem all for one character. So, like, 3 times I have to do this. So, I'm writing 3 poems for Sayori in the first playthrough, and then I reload the save state, and I do the same thing for Natsuki, and then vice versa for Yuri. Okay, so there is a list of words that I have to write for Sayori. Yeah, because I'm gonna do Natsuki and Yuri later. I'll do Yuri last, but I'm gonna do Sayori first. Okay, so you gotta find the words that they like, and it seems like okay. So Sayori likes hope. Yeah, and you can see right here, she jumps up and down. I think she also likes the word hurt. Grief. Love. Understand the concept of love. Alright. That's what I was thinking of. Alright, so what's next? Joy. Like Nurse Joy. No, Valentine would be Natsuki, I think. Peaceful. Shit. Depression. Marriage. Crimson. Here comes the Crimson Chain. I think that's Yuri's marriage. I thought that said boob at first. What word does she like this time? Friends. You make any money of this? I don't know. I didn't check to see if I had that on. Despise, hop, time, awesome, ocean, chocolate, dazzle, flea, cheeks. I want to see which one it was. It dazzle. I'll choose dazzle. Yeah, no, that would be Natsuki. You love this game? That's good to hear. Is it? Color. Okay, like Game Boy Color or something. That's what I think of. It was traumatizing though. Yeah, when I first played it, I mean, I wasn't really all that traumatized. I guess that was just because I was already traumatized by another video that haunted me for a long time, made me unable to sleep for like 2 months. By the time I was getting out of it, I played this at night, and then, well, I guess that toughened me up. Anyway, dance, we're falling apart to halftime. The Fall Out Boy. I had to reference that. Doki Doki, the Japanese onomatopoeia for heart pounding. Like the name of the game, Doki Doki Literature Club. What's next? Trying to... Okay, skirt. That would obviously go for Natsuki. Frightening, no. Nature? Yes, nature is one of them. Is laugh part of it? Yes, laugh is part of it. How about heart? Yes, heart is part of it. And God, I just don't remember like all the words that went for the characters. Sparkle, like that one spelling game I played at school. We spelled a word, and then once the word was complete, then somebody would say sparkle, and then the person next would be out. I can't believe I still remember that. But yeah. Was clumsy part of it? Yes. Okay, 2 more. We'll do sunset and that's not a word for pleasure? Is pleasure part of it? No. Eternity? Nope. Excitement? Yes. All right. Nope. Okay, there we go. I almost pressed eternity. They both start with E. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with this poem writing. Again, don't worry. Back to the literature club. Here we go. I'm not writing a poem for you, Yuri, though. Not in this playthrough, anyway. We're gonna be doing a... Like I said, we're gonna do Act 1 3 times. Monica and manga. Manga is literature, yes. I agree. That's like the only thing I will ever read. I just mentioned my manga shelf like a few minutes ago. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. So I think they're all gonna like share poetry to me too. Yeah. They'll do it eventually. Okay, so I think we get to read, or we're doing it eventually, I think. Probably gonna, so, can't give up. Whenever somebody says all I can think about is that one Quiznos commercial. Toasty. It's a shame I've never had Quiznos. I think it's kind of like Subway or something, but cupcakes. I just mentioned the cupcake song from My Little Pony earlier. You make me want cupcakes right now. Except I'm not gonna have that. I just ate. That's the thing. I had BLTs. So yeah. I still got like a few cans of zero sugar Dr. Pepper. Whoa! Whoa! Right in front of me. Yeah, they like to just go up right into your face. Get used to it. Don't say it out loud. That's true though. Yeah, I know. I oversleep a lot too. Thankfully, I don't do things in the morning, so for the most part. But yeah, getting up to go to school back in the day was like felt so fucking like torturous to my eyes. I felt like my eyes were on fire. Whenever I wake up and not get much sleep, and it's just, I hate it. Oh boy, that's that's mean. Yeah, why do you have a boyfriend yet? Or doing her ribbon. I like the flooring in this classroom. I believe we had similar flooring in one of the... Or was I just thinking about that one trip I took? Yeah, maybe that was it. If I had a boyfriend, he wouldn't even let you do things like this. Take better care of me. Okay. I thought it just came out of nowhere. Share the poems. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, let's start with Sayuri. What's your poem? Oh my goodness, it's so good, Delia. I love it. Selfish. Thanks, Sayuri. Alright. What? Okay, to Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Just a couple days ago, I had a lot of sleepies in one eye for some fucking reason. Anyway, are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not that mad. I want breakfast. I made eggs and toast. It's bad to skip breakfast to get all cranky. I don't eat a lot of breakfast personally. I mean, I would like to. It's just sometimes I don't feel like I have the time for it. I used to eat a lot of cereal growing up, but nowadays I just don't really do that. It's just cereal is just sugar and a bunch of like fun little crackers or whatever. I don't fucking know. Sweet crackers is what I like to sometimes call them. Anyway, we gotta read your... Eagles can fly. No shit. Monkeys can climb. Again, no shit. Crickets can leap. Do I have to repeat myself? Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Okay, so I guess this poem is just you stating the obvious. It's not really a poem. It's just, you know, a bunch of sentences that are true. We just gotta, like, find out what Yuri's gonna say. Now for Yuri, and then we end with Monica. Give me your poem. Here we go. Almost there, I think. All right, here we go. Ghost Under the Light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. Last yet had to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. A bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh, that handwriting, dude! I cannot really make out with much of it. Yes, she even admits she has terrible handwriting. And yeah, I think you're kind of right. I don't have the best handwriting either, but I'm thinking about that one time. I guess I could just do a little story time as I'm playing, but I remember back in middle school, I don't know why the fuck I did it. I think it had to do with that one class I took. It was science class, yes. We were learning about dominant and recessive traits. Right-handed versus left-handed. I'm just right-handed, honestly, but there was a point where when I was learning about dominant and recessive traits, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to write with my left hand for the rest of the time I'm in school. And so I did just that. I wrote with my left hand, starting somewhere around, I think it was like January of 2009. Like right in the dab in the middle of 6th grade. And I was just writing with my left hand. And then all of 7th grade and 8th grade, I continued. I was writing with my left hand. And then came high school, just for the first day, wrote with my left hand. And then the next day I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to write with my right hand. So I made it through the rest of middle school writing with my left hand. And then, yeah, I stopped at high school. I don't know why the fuck I did it. I mean, it's not like I really won any, like, reward at the end for making it past middle school with writing with my left hand. Yeah, my handwriting was kind of sloppy. All I could think about is that one Smosh video that was like, write with your left hand. Or, yeah, dude, you can't use your right hand for anything. Yeah, it was like a bet. I don't know why I did it. I just, you know, I just did it just cause. I'm pretty sure I saw a YouTuber who did the same damn thing. They were like, oh, I wrote with my left hand with all of middle school, and they stopped at high school. And I won nothing. Okay, hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction. See the direction the spackle protrudes. These are like new words for me. A noisy neighborhood, an angry boyfriend. Never know, wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind. Like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My Retinas. Already scores for the permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay. So what do you think? I don't know what the fuck it was. I just felt like I was reading a whole fucking story of nonsense. I didn't really, you know, I didn't really want to absorb all that in. The literature club. Yeah, I mean, I just hope that the playable character has a true desire for writing poetry. Or maybe it'll grow on this person. Don't force yourself into something you don't truly enjoy, or else it will wear you out. It's kind of why school is so fucking boring. Nobody wants to learn fucking boring ass math and science and history and English. I think my least favorite subject was probably English and history. History, I think I hated the most. I gently opened the live. Alright. Dearly liked my poem, you know. Until he was impressed by it. It's not why he stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Delia appreciates my advice. I appreciate yours. I appreciate my advice more. Oh, as for myself, is everyone okay? I don't think so. They're arguing. I don't like fighting, guys. She started it. I just don't know how I would be able to handle it. I don't like fighting either. Help me, Sayori! Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable too. It's just, I like to see people get along. I'm pretty sure the same could be said to everybody else. Unless all they like is fighting and negativity and instigating shit, basically. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. If two people are my friends, I want them to get along and get happy. I liked Sayori's poem. It was pretty nice. Maybe want breakfast, and then oh yeah, Natsuki is just, it was just simple, obvious statements. Eagles can fly. Horses can race. I'll make some tea. What kind of tea? Green tea, hopefully. Japanese green tea. I love Japanese green tea a lot. If I could be a class president or club president, that'd be nice, but at the same time, I just don't know if I would have the energy for that. It was a lot of fun. One of them made me want to have like toast and eggs, I think it was. Let's walk home. If we both rode skateboards, that would be cool, but we don't. I remember doing that for walking to school and from school. Pat Sayuri on the shoulders. Alright, so, okay, now we got more poetry we gotta write. Okay, so again, I'm gonna be focusing all of it on Sayuri for this first, playthrough of Act 1. So, yeah, we have to do this again, like, 2 more times. And then when I get, like, near the end of Act 1, I'm gonna reload the save and then do the same for Natsuki and Yuri. But I think for Natsuki and Yuri, like I said, I'm just gonna like skip through Natsuki and Yuri because everything else is basically the same. Yeah, it's similar dialogue, but I'm just gonna go through the Sayuri dialogue really. Anyway, let's go through this. Misery, like Misery Business from Paramore. Scars. Or passion. Or tears? Passion. I should have went with passion. Honestly, that never happened. Lying is your favorite passion. But no, I went with scars. I recorded. Defeat, I think, is one of them. Yep. Defeat. Promise. Cry. This game might make me cry. We'll never know. When we get to that one scene of Sayuri, like towards the one scene that the infamous Sayuri scene in Act 1. Which was it? I don't know. Cheer? Yes, Cheer is one of them. No, Dream is not one of them. What? Sweet. Yes, Sweet. Sweet would feel more like a Natsuki word. I mean, because she has, like, the words for Natsuki would be, like, all these, like, sweet foods. So I would have thought that Sweet would be for Natsuki, but no, it's actually for Sayuri. What's next? Play. Misfortune? Or I could have picked childhood, that was on the list too. Love. Understand the concept of love. I have to make a Jet Set Radio feature reference. I really do have to. Hurt. Was games part of it? No, it's not. That was actually Natsuki, I think. Holiday. Like Green Day. Romance, like My Chemical Romance. I got a reference everything. The pinata scene. Yes, the pinata scene. That's a way to put it. Fantasy, like no, that's not it. That's not part of it. I would have referenced Final Fantasy, but no, it's not part of it. Oh, pure. No, is pure not part of it? How about empty? Yep, empty is part of it. Joy, I think. Yep, joy. How about Rose, like Amy Rose. Depression. And pain, like 3 Days Grace. I'm referencing everything. Okay, Ribbon is not one of them. That would be Natsuki. Flower? Is flower one? Yes. Okay, good. I think we wrote the perfect poem for Sayuri. Okay. You're hungry. You're making me hungry with that one poem. Yeah. Just one more thing. You're always hungry. Yeah. I can feel that way sometimes. I try not to be a foodie, but yeah, I kind of am. I have to face facts. Although, not as much as I used to, because of that one time I had FFS. You can think that, you're right though. Cupcakes. It's always about the cupcakes. Ow. That definitely sounded like it would hurt. A cookie. Retribution. With that word, all I could think about is that one game called, I think it was called Blacklight Retribution. I played it like once and then never again. Anyway, cookies. I hope they're good. Oh, you bit your tongue. I hate when I bite my tongue. Or bite my cheek. Oh, that's awful. It's like you have to feel that all day. Guys are making what do you want cookies right now, but I don't have any with me. I have a box of cheeses right here, actually. I was snacking on them a little earlier. And I got some Dr. Pepper here, too. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's today. Oh, there's Monica. Monica, I almost like accidentally call her Madoka, like Madoka Kaname from Poella Magi Madoka Magica. I wonder if there's a mod that has her as maybe. Study hall. I'm thinking about that one time. It was like the only time I ever fell asleep in class. I didn't think I would ever fall asleep in class, but I remember back in senior year, I think it was like after my spring break in senior year, I remember being in that one study hall class. Oh, you want to learn piano? I know piano. Learned since I was 4. Anyway, I remember that one time I was in study hall. It was like the week after spring break, and I was like writing the story to my game that I'm still trying to make. I remember just like falling asleep, like, and I had like a dream about being like in the game, and I woke up. I was like, I fell asleep in class. What? In study hall, gladly. I'm surprised the person in the study hall, like that was in the study hall, did not get mad at me for falling asleep. Because she was, like, really mean and very strict. Like, I remember one time she was like, I didn't really have any assignments to work on. Monica did demonic, yeah. I didn't have any, like, assignments to work on, but she was, like, insisting I had something to do. It's like, you gotta do something. You have to do something right now. Here's a pass to go to the hall and get something in your locker. and then come back here or something. She was like so aggressive about it, and I actually hid in the bathroom, which is not a good thing because I used to do that in 8th grade. My worst fucking year. The year that was like, oh god, I hated that year so much. But yeah, I did that on her. That was like the only time I ever really hid in the bathroom with that shitty teacher in the study hall class. Which is why I'm surprised she didn't yell at me for like sleeping in class, like or just like slammed a book on my desk and woke me up or anything like that. I remember in 8th grade, the one class I got moved into, and the history class I was moved into, there was a lot of sleepers that just, and then the teacher would bring out like a squirt bottle and just like sprayed them. Anyway. I mean, I just believe that was pretty good. I don't think I ever really got much in trouble in school outside of that one time in high school, in the study hall. Oh, well, actually, there was a few cases. The religion teacher, oh my god, I hated that one. It's a long story, but yeah, he was a dick. Or the gym teacher. Oh my god, he was an asshole. I hated my gym teacher. Hey, do you like Vocaloid's music? Yeah, I just haven't like heard like a lot of it as of late, but I know there was this one song. I don't remember the name of it. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Miku Kami. I think it was called Godish. Kami Poina. That one. God tier tune. Yeah, that one I liked. Godish. And there was another one for I think Kagamine Len sung it. I can't remember the name of it anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, those two are like my favorite vocalists. There was Hatsune Miku, the most iconic one of them all, obviously. And then there was Kagamine Len. I mean, as of late, I've been trying to, like, just branch out more than just strictly staying to emo. And I mean, I still love listening to emo music. Don't get me wrong. That's why I'm still an emo kid today. But, yeah, I decided, you know, maybe it's time to, like, really just branch out more outside of emo music and pop punk and rock in general, maybe. Because I was mostly staying there. I mean, a lot of it was just too good for me to, like, really, like, branch out for a while. I mean, okay, there was this other game I played that actually, it's a rhythm game that made me oddly listen to Latin music. The game was called Samba de Amigo. Crayons. Samba de I want to be able to play Samba de Amigo with the maracas, though. That's like how you're going to be able to experience it to the fullest. Because, like, not having the maracas, having to use the, you know, standard controller, like, I don't know, it hurt my fingers, like, fuck, like, I hated it so much. I wished I had the maracas. Although I'm not sure if they're going to be the most reliable maracas, even if I did get the maracas. Red mark in the center of your forehead? Oh. A bump. I remember once I asked a friend if he was emo, and he replied, "I'm an emo." Oh. Apple juice. I haven't had apple juice in a while. It's mostly just water and chocolate milk. Zero sugar soda. And what else have I been drinking? Juice of any kind, really. But not apple juice. It's supposed to have been that, like, strawberry lemonade juice or something like that. I think that's what it's called. That stuff's good. If I go to restaurants, it would be like water. Just almost exclusively. Really? Maybe you're right. Yo, I think it was around this part when I first played this. I was like, when's the scary stuff gonna come up? Yeah, it wasn't until like a little later on in Act 1, like towards the end, the pinata scene. Yeah, like, because everyone was saying, "Oh, this game is scary," and I've heard from some people like it made them not sleep at night. I already went through that sort of thing like earlier this year. It started in December last year when I watched that one video. It was by a user named Luigi the Italian. It was called like Fear of a Krabby Patty Corruption, the Red Mist case of 2005. Yeah, watching that video, I could not sleep for like 2 months after watching that. Ugh. And then by the time I was like getting out of that scare, that's when I played this, and I guess that toughened me up. And yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club didn't really like scare me, even after playing it at night. I was expecting it to give me a scare, but yeah, I guess no, I was toughened up like drastically. Because, you know, before that, like back in 2022, when I like talked to a lot of people on Twitter who like played Doki Doki Literature Club, like it was just the cute stuff, you know. That's basically just a front, you know. All right, Sayori, we gotta do the poetry now. Yeah, I also saw the memes of like, it was mostly just that one like Drake meme, but instead of Drake it was Sayori. When I went on subreddits like Egg IRL, I saw that meme template a lot. Doki Doki Literature Club is not scary, it's morbid. I suppose that's the case. I did read from somebody that they couldn't sleep at night over it, so I was like before I started playing it, so I was like expecting like maybe it's gonna do that to me, but like some of those creepypasta videos I mentioned earlier, like Red Mist. And then there was another one called The Null Desert. It was used in a video called Hotel Mario, the 13th Hotel. That song was... Dude, that song was so scary that, like, it even got its own standalone creepypasta. insane. It's apparently a song from like Doom 2 Alien Vendetta or something. Misery Halleck, I think it was called, if I'm pronouncing it right. Might not even be English, I don't think it is. But yeah, that's what, like, haunted me at the time. That was back in 2019, when I dug into creepypasta stuff again. And it ironically ended when I had a dream about the Philips CDI Mini, like the Super Nintendo Mini, Sega Genesis Mini, NES Mini. I had a dream about Philips CDI Mini, and Hotel Mario, the 13th Hotel was on it, and I was like... And then I woke up, and then, yeah, the nightmare finally ended. Like, the whole scare of being afraid of that song just ended, and... I didn't think a fucking song would actually scare me that much, to the point where I couldn't sleep at night. I mean, that wasn't even the first time I watched it. I mean, it was the first time I watched it in, like, what, 4 years? I remember in 2015 I revisited it. First time I, heard the song and watched that video was in 2011, when I was new to creepypastas. Technically, it would have been 2010, when I saw username 666 at night. It didn't scare me, it was just kind of weird. Anyway, I gotta read this part. Bottles. I pop up my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. Blah, tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in the bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my friends makers go. Like exploring in a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't even feel like the time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends looked through my locked front door. Finally all done, I'm opened up and become friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. The happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and the shatter all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They are all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Alright, so... what does it say? I really like creepypasta music. They have something I can't explain. Yeah. I remember one of my first creepypastas was, well, technically the first one I watched, which wasn't even, just before I even heard the term creepypasta, that was a username 666. I watched it at night back in like December of 2010. Thankfully, it didn't keep me up at night. I just thought it was kind of weird. It wasn't until like April 2011. That's when I played Pokemon Lost Silver. One of my friends on Skype, yeah, I'm old. Skype, talked about, oh, there's this scary game, Pokemon Lost Silver. It's very scary. You should play it. I'm like, oh, it's Pokemon. How bad could it be? And then, oh, yeah, I underestimated it. It actually kept me up at night. Yeah, I remember somewhere around April 2011. It was like on the week of my 14th birthday. Yeah, I remember it did scare me at one night. I got over it, like, very quickly. I think I was able to get over these creepypasta scares very quickly back in the day, just because, like, I was surrounded by more people at the time. Middle school, and then I started high school later on in 2011. And, yeah, I was still into that creepypasta stuff, and I guess it was just, you know, like I said, being surrounded by people. Because nowadays, it's just, some of these scares could last, like, 2 months. or I'm not surrounded by many people. My favorite creepypasta music is Old Doll. I'm not sure if I've heard that one. Natsuki. And then, yeah, 2000... Oh, Amy likes spiders. I hate spiders. Now, if it's a radioactive spider, I'll probably just reach my hand and let it bite me so I can just, you know... Yeah. Spider-Man or Spider-Girl, yeah. And then, yeah, shoot webs and... Although I don't think... I saw a video that just, like, trying to keep a secret identity, like a superhero secret identity, just would not really work in the real world. I don't... Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it would. I think it would just be too damn hard to really do that. I think just beating up the bad guys, it would be like... I think they would just be able to find out, like, who knocked this bad guy out through scanning. Yeah. Anyway. I gotta move on with the story. Amy likes spiders. You know why I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound. My heart would pound, yes, to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she's private or if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. I am like you. I hate spiders. I hate bugs. I'm misty when it comes to bugs. That's what I like to say all the time. Misty from Pokemon. She hates bugs so much. She's like... Yeah, she was like being mean to Caterpie. She called it. Biggest spider hater, yeah. Huntsman spider. I remember the weapon in Team Fortress 2, the Huntsman for the sniper. I was like, Huntsman. I decided to just type Huntsman in Google, and then I just got like a bunch of spider images. I was like, oh, I was expecting like the bow and arrow from Team Fortress 2, but no, it was Huntsman spiders. I didn't even know that was the name of a spider. I wonder if there's like... I wonder if the black and yellow striped spider exists. Like, I remember seeing it in Sonic 2, the chemical plant zone. I wonder if that's a real type of spider. Like, bee-striped spiders. That's something I would not want to fuck around with. Or black and white striped. Yeah, that I'd just run the fuck away. Okay. I don't even know if I want to read this, because I cannot read it at all. The raccoon. I'll try. If I fuck up words, oh well. The raccoon. If it happens in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack, my attention was caught into the starting of a raccoon outside the window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a worded, really human. I don't even know what the fuck that even says. I'm just trying to speed this shit up, because her handwriting sucks. I just finished the game, and I think I really enjoyed it. That's good. I did too. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. I might have screwed up a word there, but oh well. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and urge. God, her handwriting sucks so much. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of the cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the light of the raccoon friend. I list the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to the following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. Raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always empty. Every time I bad dish my cutting knife, I don't know what the hell that says. The raccoon shows me its excitement. Rush of blood, classic whatever conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. I know I sound like a broken record right now, but her handwriting is so fucking sloppy. Okay, or it's... She writes cursive or something. Or something, I think. I remember I used to write cursive all the time in like 4th grade, 5th grade. I stopped when I got to middle school. I guess I was just so embedded into like writing cursive the entire time that I just was like I couldn't go back to just writing in print. And it wasn't until I started middle school and then that just like, yeah, cursive was not a thing for me anymore. I just went back to writing print, and I don't think cursive is taught too much nowadays. Or ever, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I learned cursive in 2nd and 3rd grade. 3rd grade is when I got the hang of it, and I was exclusively writing it that way, and then, yep, stopped in middle school. Now it's just for my name. Signature. Okay, your poem better not be too fucking long and ineligible, or whatever that word is. Here we go. Save me. The colors. They won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine... I don't even know how to pronounce these. That cosine... Tangent, rather. Like playing on a chessboard and turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. You only write in cursive? Yeah, I used to, but not anymore. I wonder if we're going to get to the 3rd poetry writing thing. And then we'll get towards, like, the end. Of Act 1, anyway. Not the end of the game. There's still way more than that. I just don't know how much longer I'm going to continue playing. That's the thing. I mean, I'd like to continue to, like... Oh, I want to get to the Sayuri quote-unquote pinata scene. That's for sure I'm going to do that. And again, to save time, I'm going to, you know, for going for the true ending, I'm just going to load the save file back to the beginning and then write poems for Natsuki and Yuri too. But I'm going to, like, speed that up and just do the skip feature, because it's just gonna be the same mostly. The fate of this club. When somebody mentions the fate of the club, all I can think about is K-On! because in K-On! They were trying to save the club from being disbanded. Like, that was one of the struggles they went through. Like, at the beginning, it was like, Yui buys her guitar. Oh, she gets a bad grade, has to retake the test. Which means she's forbidden to do any club activities. And if she doesn't pass it, then the club will die. But she got a 100 in the test, which is nice. Yeah, I just love K-On! A lot. I actually cosplayed as Yui Hirasawa earlier this year. I did it for Anime Milwaukee and Anime Central. Monica. Again, I almost accidentally call her Madoka from Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Which I should watch again. Monica. There were some Monicas I knew. Well, there was one I knew at this one after school program I went to. She was nice. Don't think she talked though. But she was very friendly. And that's really all that matters. But yeah. Yeah, Monica. Yeah, we're not writing anything for Monica, and for reasons it'll be later. Yuri. All the name Yuri. All I can think about is, you know, girls love. And Sayuri. We only have like one more thing to write before we're getting towards the end of the Act 1. So bittersweet. I'm just trying to find about some things to talk about as I'm playing. Poems. I know we tried. I remember in 4th grade trying to write some poem, and I don't know. I just felt like I was just ripping off other poems just to like speed through it. I was just not good at writing poetry or stories when I was younger. I think it could be said to anybody else. I don't think I was that good at it to like... I want to say... Until I was like about to... Until I was about to graduate high school. I was no story writer at all. I mean, I was sort of starting to get better at it, like, around the middle of high school, but it's just... See, I struggled with that. A lot. Jump. All I can think about is that one Van Halen song. Either that or Shonen Jump. That was kind of my introduction to manga. Oh, the festival. The festival. The only unrealistic is Yuri being straight. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad her name wasn't like... Because, okay, there's another character from a different series. It's Persona. Persona 5. People made jokes about her name. And I'm like, dude, that's weird. Her name's Futaba. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it right there. If anybody can figure out the rest, that's all I'm gonna leave it at. I would be more annoyed if people were to make jokes about that name. Anyway, yeah, Yuri being straight. Yeah, I'll walk home with Sayori. And then I think for the when I reload the save, I'm gonna walk home with the other characters. Cause why not? I think it just would make sense to walk home with Natsuki if I'm doing the Natsuki route, and then the Yuri for the Yuri route. Anyway, we walk home, and I think we're about to write the next. Yes, this is the last one in chapter 1 anyway, or act 1 or whatever. When I say act 1, all I can think about is Sonic stages. Anyway, Misfortune. I'll do Misfortune. What's this next one? Ocean. I like the ocean. And I gotta do Passion. Like that one song, Situations by Escape Fate. Honestly, that never happened. Lying is your favorite passion. Alright. What's the next one? No, Anger is Natsuki. So is Anime. Fireworks? Fireworks, yes. Not Lust. Cute? No, that's Cute is Natsuki too. Milk? No, that's Inferno is Yuri. Is there just none for? Do I have to like just choose? No Beauty. Good, okay, good. Because some of these, it's like you don't have one for a certain character. You just have to go with something else, I guess. Contamination. That's definitely a Yuri one. She likes big words. Hop. No, there's Hope, but not Hop. Memories. That's one. Summer. I think Summer is... No, not Summer. Clouds? Nope. I think that Clouds would be Natsuki. Like Final Fantasy VII. No. Oh, Scars! There we go. Death? Is Death one of them? Yes. Fun? Yes. Fun. Romance again, like My Chemical Romance. Forgive, I think, was one of them. Yes. I'm just looking at my list here. Is music part of it? Yes, it is. Music. Daydream, I think, was part of it too. Yep. No, Suicide was Yuri, I think. Tears. Like that one song, Tears of Ash, obscure emo song from the band Dear Whoever. Tears of Ashes. I'll read the tragedy, it comes to me in bloody broken dreams. Not Breathe. We got Bed. We got Joy. Cry. Anxiety, is that one? No, it's not. Horror? No, I don't think horror is one either, but I'm gonna double check. No, it's not. Depression, there we go. Why did I... Melancholy. Like, the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Color, I think, was one. Yep. And Dance, we're falling apart to halftime. Yep, and that is the end of the poetry writing in Act 1, and then we just gotta go through up into the part where you have to say that you love Sayori. And then after that, then I'll just, then I'll gonna, do all that again, but I'm just gonna use the skipping feature just to save time and just, write poetry for the other characters. Natsuki and Yuri, but not Monica. You can't write anything for Monica. Monica is not gonna have anything. Alright. So anyway, squid. I like squid. It's very chewy though. I remember I had ika sushi. It's ika squid in Japanese, but yeah, I had a nigiri sushi of squid on it. It was very chewy. I did like it though, so that's all that matters to me. Just do a little off. Sorry. I ate Squidward. Nah. Okay. We're almost to the end. Sort of. Person of interest. We gotta get to the ending. Like, cause I'm really excited to get to the part where we get the, you know... Yeah. I'm just really anticipating getting there. Well, I mean... Yeah, like I said, I gotta reload the save file from the beginning and then just speed the rest of that story writing stuff up again. I'm not gonna do the I'm not gonna read it like, or just kind of skim through it. Really, that's what I'm doing, admittedly. But I've played it all from the beginning to the end. All right, let's start with once again Sayori. Everything's fine. Oh. Don't tell me you're actually broken inside. Because, I mean, I don't know if I should say any of this stuff about myself, but, you know, I remember when I've had those situations in my life, I was quiet. Come on, Sayori. Hang in there! Because I remember being just quiet and not wanting to, like, talk to anybody if I was, like, sad. And then there's, like... But yeah, at school, though, oh my god, it was, like... I remember that one time I just was... I remember feeling, like, scared and like, almost, like, crying my eyes out in class. I just had to hold it in. I don't know how the hell I did it. I usually don't do a good job at that. Alright, now we're going to the rest of the characters. Yeah, it doesn't blow me away. I'll be your beach. Your mind is full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonders over the years, but they have a special place, a beach for us to go. Shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light, the walls in your mind that will melt away before the sunny glow. Okay, well you're not just making, at least you're not making it just simple sentences again. I'll be on the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be on the beach that your daydream about each day. I'll be on the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in the sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea. And let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful. When you press your lips to mine, I'll be at the beach and wash your worries away. I'll be on the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be on the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah, I try to avoid negative things, even though I was at the brink of sharing negative things earlier. I try to avoid that in streams from now on, but you know, I don't know. I like sometimes I like to share stories of my life, but I don't want to get carried away with stuff like negativity. Now for Yuri. I'm glad sharing your stuff like this. Screw you. It's comforting. Why me? That so? It's terrible. Share it. All right. Oh yeah, the hard one. Beach. Marvel millions of years of in the making. Again, if I mispronounce anything, I'm not even gonna care. I'm just gonna, because this handwriting is so fucking sloppy. Where the womb of the earth, castically, or whatever, meets the surface. I don't think castically is a word. Chaostically, maybe. Yeah. Under the clear blue sky, like the website Blue Sky. An expanse of bliss, but beneath gray something clouds and then this enigma. The easiest would to get lost in is why everything can be found. One can only build sandcastle where the sand is wet, but when the sand is wet, the tide comes. Well, gently look at your foundations until you give up in. Will a sudden wave send you crashing down the blink of an eye. Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is not gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my piece to erode at the shore. I wasn't shoe. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. Yeah. I think for the most part I got some of these words right, but yeah, there was some of these words were like just hard to read. I stated that like several times already, but yeah, whatever. It's just so glad we got to the final story writing section. But we're almost to like the juicy stuff. Got there, then I guess you could say that. You haven't been flirting with her, haven't you? Making sure I know how much you care about her. I mean, I flirted with... Okay, maybe I'm not sure if flirt was the term, but like in high school I did like... With my friend, when I first, met her, I was like, oh, she's cool. She's really cool. I think she's really, really cool. She looks cool. She's nice. She's awesome. And then I was like, oh, okay, now I have a thing for her. I want her to be my girlfriend. Anyway, yeah, we'll get back to that. The lady who knows everything. Hotel tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who had found her every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and not all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim of the current of the winds. Day after day I search with a little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, when all others have turned away, legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Till one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle and as a feather, and dry quill, expressionless. But a head catches me in between the thumbs and forefinger. The hand is the beauty of of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no more than her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking before I can speak. She responds with a whole voice. I have found every answer of all that which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. I talked about, my crush. Well, I mean, okay, we were more than friends, actually. At one point, we were. But yeah, the point was, of course I'm going to, like, show affection for somebody I really care about if I was brave enough to do that. For some people, I was. For others, not so much. I mean, it's a scary thing. That's all. I think that goes without saying. It's just, it can be scary to, like, really, share, like, do you have a crush on somebody? You like them, and because you don't know what their reaction's gonna be, and it might seem like, oh, maybe they like me back. Do they? Yeah, don't say pee out loud. That's gross. I especially hate it when I'm drinking something and somebody says pee. Or eating something and somebody talks about poop. It's just gross. I don't want to have to talk about that shit. Literally shit while I'm eating. I remember, like, snacking on something. I think it was, like, nachos, and then, like, somebody on Steam decided to add me, and his name was, like, Poop or Pee, like, Poop and Pee or something like that. It was gross. Yeah. His profile picture was, like, a brown dragonfly. Anyway, I better move on, because this is kind of a gross topic. Anyway. Yeah, Natsuki brought it up. Not me. Anyway. Yeah, Natsuki gets pouty. I like it when she gets pouty. I like the pouty face, expression. Facial expression. The atmosphere. I love atmosphere, so do I. Oh yeah, this is where I have to choose who gets to pick the... You have to choose a character for this one. You can't choose Sayuri or Monica. If you choose Sayuri, then they're like, nah. And if you choose Monica, they're gonna object to that. So just choose whatever. Choose the... It has to be either Yuri or Natsuki. I suppose I'll go with Yuri. Doesn't really matter. Yep. Going with Yuri. But don't worry, I'll choose you again. I'll choose Yuri again for the Yuri and then Natsuki for the Natsuki route. When I reload the save. That's when I'm just gonna, skip through shit, basically. I'm doing Natsuki next, and then I'll do Yuri. So we'll hang out with Yuri after hanging out with Sayuri at the end. Well, towards the end. So we can't go to the next day until we, you know, do the other 3 characters, like write poems for them. Let's head out. Here we go. Sorry, I realized that. Phone numbers. Exchange numbers, yes. I'm not sure if that's still a thing today. Nowadays, I hear people be like, let's exchange Discords. To be honest, I'm the same way. I just don't really... I mean, I guess it depends, like, on the formality, I guess. Like, obviously, if it's like a job, you'd want to put in a phone number, but... Same for, like, email addresses and stuff. But, like, for friends, it just seems like Discord's the thing, or social media, Messenger, yeah, stuff like that. Boy. Okay. I can't believe this. Yuri's gonna be coming out Sunday. Yeah, let's have a good time. It's already Sunday. Here we go. It actually is Sunday today, right? Is it? Yes, it is. What the fuck is that? Oh, Microsoft loses gaming lawsuit. Haha. Microsoft must restore a hacked account and pay damages. I looked at my phone and just saw that Microsoft lost a gaming lawsuit. Yeah, anyway. If it would, I would laugh even harder if it was like Sony. As of late, they just are contributing to the death of physical media, and I'm actually pretty upset about that. I'm glad I did not get a PS5. I never had plans to. Anyway. Uh-oh. This song reminds me of, like, Acrocheek City or Cyanwood City from Pokemon. Like the beginning it does. I like that in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They made the, they made Acrocheek City all, like very, you know, traditional Japan themed. It was very nice. Including the music. And getting punished for being so selfish. Grab her by the shoulder. What on earth are you saying? Dude, you sound like how I used to sound like back in the day. I've had really bad depression my whole life. Yeah. Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Can't even find a reason to get out of bed. Don't make me cry. Dude. Why eat? Why make friends? Yeah, you're sounding a lot like me when I was in freshman year. All of middle school, or all of high school. I mean, yeah, middle school too, but like, especially that freshman year. The first half was like that. It was the strongest in freshman year. sophomore year was starting to like fade out like slightly, and then junior year it was fading away, and then senior year it spiked up once around November of 2014, and then after that just it went back to being everything went back to being all right. It has to do with my friend, who was actually I mentioned her before. We were more than just friends. That's a long story, but yeah. And talking to Sayori actually kind of reminds me of her a lot. I know it's kind of a dark thing to even mention, but yeah, it's. I feel that way too. She reminds me of my friends, and also myself. It's like we have a lot in common that way. Oh no, she's crying. Oh man, don't cry on me. I don't know. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. Why? Okay. I hope you'll be okay, Sayori. Now we got Yuri. Yuri. Yeah, I like Yuri a lot. And Natsuki too. I like them all, except maybe not so much with Madoka. Or she's like would probably be my least favorite of them all. I like Sayori the most because she's somebody I can relate to. All right, we're. God, how late is it? 8:34. Spacing out. I was about to space out. I spaced out here and there while playing this, and I was just mindlessly clicking. But I've played through this game like to the fullest, so it's just like I can do this. Cupcakes. We're all talking about cupcakes. I had a depressive episode when I was 15, when I found out I was autistic. Oh. Yeah. I remember back in 2nd grade, like, I wished I was told this, like, before. I'm autistic too, but, like, it was like the summer of 2005. That's what I was finally told. It was right before I started 3rd grade. But before that, in 2nd grade, I had a horrible time, and like, people were like, it just felt like the world was against me. I just didn't even like know, like something's wrong with me. I want to know now. Like, why is everybody so mad at me? How come, like, okay, when somebody does something wrong, it's like, oh, don't do it again. But when I did something, it's like they treat it like it's the end of the world, and they're expecting me to be. I'm not perfect. And they need to tell me what I did, and like they wouldn't do that. Just felt like I got sent home for no reason. And then, oh yeah, turns out I'm autistic. I didn't even know what that was at the time until like later on. Like, I familiarized myself a lot more for it, but yeah. In middle school, I really wished I weren't. Only because of how the school was treating me. And then high school, yeah, I had to get away from all that shit. And then, you know, everything seemed to have gotten better. And being able to make a friend. Because, like, I have not... See, the only friends I ever made was, like, in elementary school, kindergarten, and first grade. And then after that, it was, like... I couldn't make I couldn't make another one till freshman year of high school. That's when I finally made another one. It was not fun. Middle school was... Yeah, anyway. We're not there yet with the Sayori thing, and I'm getting close to it. But like I said, before I even get there, I have to go back to the beginning with the load. I'm gonna skip through all of it so we could just save time, and then we can get there faster. Because, like I said, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be mostly the same when we write poems for Natsuki and Yuri too. Because I want the good ending, the true ending. Which requires me to make saves. Well, one save, and then I have to load it. And then after I do that, then I could just, you know, play the game regularly. And then get the good ending. And the knives and pens, like that one song from Black Veil Brides. That's what I was thinking of. Suits me, Hi. Hi, dumb race guy. It's heavy and solid. Shame. You know what? This might be a stupid thing to do anyway. Take your hand and your trigger. Yes, we did. I really did just do that. I'm weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to that. I've been called weird, like, a lot throughout my life, but I got used to it. And is there anything wrong with being weird? I mean, I guess it depends on the definition of weird, anyway. But, yeah. Something I saw online, really. You want to create a banner? It's too hot in here. I wish it were warmer in here. It's actually cold in my room. Like, I don't know why it's so cold in here and then, like, it's warm everywhere else. I try to endure it, and then, like, later on I won't even notice it, but then the second I, like, walk out of my room, it's like, oh, now I feel how warm it is. And then going outside, even at, like, late at night, it'd be like, oh, it's hella warm. It's been pretty hot here, like, I mean, very, very hot. It smells gently. You'd understand. This feels like a song I played in like piano lessons or something back in the day. We're getting the towel. Oh, yeah, there's the towel. Oh, that feels good, maybe. It's hot. Just didn't expect it. Oh, well. I like it when it's like a hot towel on my face. It does feel nice. That's what I really want. Look into the eyes. I like her purple eyes a lot. Purple eyes are really, really pretty, I have to say. God, I love purple eyes. I just have brown eyes, though. There's green eyes. I like green eyes a lot. They're cool. Anyway. Are we almost done with this? It looks like we might be. Oh, hold on. And two. You want to make dinner? God, everyone's making me hungry. First, Sayori with her poem about toast and eggs, I think, and then now Yuri talking about dinner. All I had today was BLTs. And I snacked on Cheez-Its. That's about it. You don't like going out that much? Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Delia. Whoa! She came up close. Yeah. Sayori. Oh, Sayori's here now. Alright, Sayori. See you tomorrow. Didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, my imagination was being really mean to me. So has my imagination, as of late. And I really wished it didn't. It's hard to go into detail about it, but it was trying to do that to me while I was visiting a friend from miles and miles and miles away. Yeah, back at the end of June, I met one of my friends from online. And, yeah, I just wished I wasn't feeling this way. I had to put on a mask. Just put on a front saying, okay, I'm good. I made it through. I just wished I didn't feel this way. I would have probably had a better time. But yeah, we had fun. That's all that counts, hopefully. Anyway, everything hurts so much. This world would be so much better if I could just disappear. Oh, don't say that. Yeah, this definitely sounds very dark. Sound like me when in freshman year. I was glad I had like somebody who, you know, my friend I mentioned earlier, the one I had a crush on and then actually did. Yeah. I'm really scared. I just to myself, Delia, like, just don't want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I want your. Oh no. Sorry. You'll be my dearest friend, or I love you. I'm gonna go with I love you. I love you. And then, okay. I think I will get to, we're almost there. Do you want me to decide that? No, we have Delia. Yep, this is it right here. I love you, Delia. Yeah. I want to be with you forever. Me too. Okay, now this is where I'm going to do it. All right, now for the true ending, I'm gonna get the gonna do the other characters too. Natsuki. Now we're gonna write poetry for Natsuki, but I'm just gonna speed it up. I'm not really gonna like go through it, skim through it really. I'm just gonna. Yeah, we're gonna write poetry for Natsuki and Yuri, and then when we get back to the part where, you know, Sayori's getting depressed, then yeah, we'll do that. So let's do it again. All right, so choose words that Natsuki likes this time. Bubbles, bunny. Bunnies are cute. I think bouncy. Yep. And boop. Cute things. I like cute things. And sugar. All the sweet stuff, like sweet foods. Oh, and then waterfall, apparently. Kitty! Like Hello Kitty. Or what Boo calls Sully. Kitty. I think swimsuit was part of it too. I was hoping to feel uncomfortable, but this game is making me sad. Yeah, it made me sad too. I mean, I can relate to a lot of this too. Anyway, is party part of it? No, it's not. Twirl. Twirl is, yep. And then, mouse. Pink. Nibble, I think, is nibble? I'm pretty sure, yeah, that definitely sounds like a Natsuki type of word. Playground has to be. And shiny, I think Poof was too, but anyway, that was shiny. Vanilla, like Vanilla the rabbit, Cream the rabbit's mom. Fun? No, that's not it. Laugh? No, I don't think laugh is... Oh, dude, don't tell me I have to, like, choose a different word. That isn't... That's late. No, lazy is not. That was actually not... Or... Sayori, I remember. Forgive? Fun? Ocean? Ocean? Nope. Laugh? Special? No? Gonna have to go with, yeah, okay. But, as long as you can mostly get Natsuki, then we're good. And then, nightgown, I think, is, that's a Natsuki word, yep. And pout. Yep, pout. And, kiss. And then, yep, once again, we're skipping all this. To save time, I'm not doing this again. We're just doing the writing stuff. And since I have played it, we can skip all of it, really. You can't skip dialogue that you have not already read. But since I have played this before, I can do it. So, yeah. Alright, Monica. Natsuki, sure. Yeah, and then, okay, lollipop. Blanket. Swimsuit. Milk. Games, yeah, games is one of them. Giggle, I think. Yep. Nibble, we did that one recently. Nightgown, we did that one recently too. Vanilla, we did that one 3. Socks? Yes. Socks are cute. Anime, let's do that. skirt. Doki Doki. Kiss. I love kissing. No, Rose would be Sayori. Cute. Candy. Shiny. Like shiny Pokemon. Kawaii. Which is cute in Japanese. Not kawaii. That would be scary in Japanese. Kawaii. I remember, you know, when I took Japanese, I had distinguished kawaii and kowai. All right, what's next? Firefly? No. What date? No, that's a pleasure. No. Destiny? No. Aura, tears, fickle. Headphones? Is headphones one? Yes, headphones. And jump. All right, that's good. And then you have to do it again for Natsuki. The slapping sound. Whenever I feel the slapping sound, it hurts. It does feel like it hurts. Skip. Natsuki. Skip. Yuri. Skip. And Monica. Not Madoka. Alright. And then one more for Natsuki, and then we gotta get to the I love you Sayori part, and then we gotta do Yuri. And then after that we can continue. Valentine. Candy games. Twirl. Spinny. Skriko Spinny. Spinning is one, right? Vanilla. Anime. Lipstick. I love lipstick. Is there anything for... No. Is there anything for... Oh, Melody. Socks. Skipping. Playground. Doki Doki. Bunny. Papa. Fluffy. Lollipop. Yeah, cute and girly words is going to do it. Hair. Shiny and kiss, because I love kissing. I miscounted. Are we on the third part of it? I think we are, if I'm not mistaken. Well, we'll know when we get to the part where we gotta load the save file again. So, yeah. Now we just gotta do Yuri, and then we can continue from there. Oh boy. Natsuki, sure. And then there's Sayori, you know, admitting that she suffers depression, and then that was a little suggestive, honestly. I love you. And I just want to see this again. And then, once again, one more time we do this, but we're going to do words for Yuri. Alright, here we go. Now, we can continue completely after that. Let's find the word list for Yuri. Before we get to that. Oh god, no. I want to see where her words are. Where's... Okay. I got it. I got it right here. Good. Okay. Alright, so... She likes big words, like... Okay, incapable. And then I guess scary stuff like uncanny. Unrestrained, I think, is one. Yep. Determination, like Undertale. Oh, but see. Ambient, I believe, is one. Yes. Is disaster one? Yes. Incongruent? Yes. What about heartbeat? No. Eternity? Yes. Ayen. Alright. Unstable, is that one? Yes, it is. Graveyard, I think, might be one. Yes, it is. Not death, that would be, Sayori, same with, fear. Heaven Sent, I knew that one was one. Analysis, I think, was one. Yes, it is. Whatever. Essence, I knew was one. Treasure. No, treasure is not one. Adventure. No, that would be Sayori. Vitality, I think, might be one. Yep. Oh my god. Could I... Uncontrollable? Yep. Fantasy, like Final Fantasy, I think is... Nope, it's not. Dang it. Whatever this word is? Entropy? Frightening. Flee. And Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Alright. Okay, 2 more poetry scenes before we get to the part. I'll warn you guys when it comes up, because it's gonna be scary as shit. I remember I jumped a little, like I was like, oh. I actually do have my reaction of like when I first saw that. Like I had a feeling it was coming because like the wording was like, oh yeah, there was definitely some scary stuff coming up. Like, yeah, we'll get to it. Uncontrollable, Wrath, Graveyard. Was Covet one? Yes. This philosophy. Wait, we did. No, okay. This. Oh, Inferno, like Jungle Inferno, and you have to. I still gotta watch that video. Not yet. Tragedy. I think that was. Sorry, so we do disaster. Crimson. Here comes the Crimson Chin. That's all I can think of. Whirlwind, like the Pokemon move. Prayer. No, it's not it. Secretive. Yes, it is. And that one. Heaven Sent. Incongruent. Melancholy. Disorient. Whatever this. Oh yeah, we did that one too. Portrait? Yeah. Vertigo. Oh, Vibrant one. Determination. And is Bliss one? No. Pain? No. Entropy? Yes, actually was one I just remembered. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. So we're gonna just skip again. Oh, wow. It's 9 o'clock already for me. Yeah, I thought I'd be able to like go through all of it like in one run. I might have to like split this. Do Act 2 and 3 tomorrow. Or whenever I feel like it. Okay. This is the last one, I think. Uncanny. Is Dark one? No, it's not. Is Climax one? Yes. Suicide is one. Heaven Sent. Lust. Disarray. Is Agonizing one? Yes, it is. Rain Cloud? Yeah, or no, Rain Drops is, but... I don't think there is one. Or Summer? Is that one? No. Fuck it, just choose one. Okay, good. Vitality I know is one. Judgment? Is that one? Yes. Okay, good. Oh shit, no. Didn't. I thought that was one for Yuri. I should look at this one. Desire? Is that one? Yes, Desire is one. After Image, Wrath, Disaster, Inferno, Crimson. Okay, 2 more. Starscape and Unstable. And we are good. Alright, so it's we mostly got... Yeah, that's good enough. It's as long as you mostly get one character, then yeah. We were all for Yuri. Alright. We're almost there to that scene. We'll get there. We're almost there. Monica. And then we choose Yuri. And then we see that scene of Yuri again. Oh, and then this is where Sayuri was sad. Admitted she was suffering depression, and then... Okay. And then we're back here. Sayuri, I love you. I love you too. Those are my true feelings. Should realize that new friends. You are the most important person to me. That's why I accept you. You on my side. We'll both be happy, Delia. Suddenly, Sayuri wraps her arms around me. The back of this main character's head, the only time you get to see it? I don't really remember where else there might be the main character here, but... I love you, Delia. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I'm supposed to be happy right now. I thought this would make me the happiest moment for me, but why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Delia. It's okay, Sayuri. No matter how long it takes, I'll be there. That's all I really wish right now. Okay, I trust you. So I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, no. Even if we really are a couple, I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me, I understand. We go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Delia. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Man, I'm crying. Oh, yes. I'm at the brink of doing that too. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It feels like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. So I trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. It's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayuri. I know that I love her and she loves me. That having as much trouble understanding Sayuri's feelings as she is. the most important person to me. I'm having happy future with her. Oh, here it comes. Next day. Uh-oh. Here we go. Sayuri isn't answering her phone. Sayuri is not answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up. It's a little too much. She's not answering her phone at all. I remember when I first read that, I was like, oh, is this part of what happened? Delia, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. Okay, then. I'm surprised she didn't bring Sayuri with you. She overslept again. That dummy. Uh-oh. Sayuri's poem. Get out of my head, 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 get out. Just get out of my head over and over and over. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Okay. I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayuri. Take too long. Alright. Oh, what was I thinking? I should have tried a bit harder for Sayuri. Uh-oh. Besides, I told her yesterday would be the same. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no! No, it's coming! It's coming! Alright, Sayuri's house, knock on her door. I don't expect an answer, and she's not even picking up her phone either. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no! No! Here it comes! She's really a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing that. Waking up in her own house. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayuri's room, I knock on her door. Sayuri? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. And right there, I was like, oh, she did it, didn't she? Dude, my heart's racing. It's coming. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't that kind of a breach of privacy? But she really needed no choice. Uh-oh. Here it comes. Here it comes. Uh-oh. No! I gently opened the door. Here it comes. No! No! That's so fucked up. What the hell? What the hell? This is a nightmare. It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way that this can be real. Sorry, we wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayuri I would be there for her. I told her that I was best and that everything would be okay. Oh, dude, this music, dude. It's like the main theme, but all like distorted. And all like, then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I should have confessed to her. Or I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayuri needed at all. She even told me how painful it is to others. That's why I confessed to her. Make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? It's my fault. My swarming thoughts kept telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her, like it always has been. That I could have prevented this? I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I could do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And I will carry on this guilt until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. The end of Act 1. There is more of this game. But, yeah, I have to get going soon, so, I will continue this later. Some other time I'll continue this. And as you can see, Sayori is not on the title screen this time. We have another Monica, and it's all glitchy. And so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll take on Act 2 later. So, see you all later for more Doki Doki Literature Club. And this is when things are gonna get really interesting. See you all later.